everybody, and welcome to Uprising 144K. I'm Hydrogen Man. So guys, I was learning something new and interesting about my 2019 Premium Edition Hydrofix. Apparently, it was tested recently for the amount of hydrogen gas output that it's putting. And the amount was so high that even the company thought the numbers were wrong, and they went and did more retesting in order to make sure that the number was accurate. And lo and behold, apparently it was. When you use the 2019 Premium in collaboration with this type of cannula headset, the numbers that are coming out right here at the tip of your nose are at least 120 milliliters per minute of pure hydrogen gas or higher. That's a lot. In fact, just to give you a contrast of how much that is, in an actual research study done in Japan at Keio University, they were using roughly about 130 milliliters of hydrogen gas. So I would almost say that this is almost like medical grade amount because that's what they were using in an actual study. Now, one of the interesting things, of course, that's one of the reasons I had to go out and get one of these new style headsets. I mean, they do look kind of funny, but I had to get one. In fact, just to show you the differences, I guess, to the one I used to use. This one would sit under your nose. I actually think this old one was maybe a little more comfortable, but I would always have to focus on taking like a deep inhale with this one, where this one, I think one of the benefits of it is that, well, let me just show you. It actually goes into your nose. I'm a little sweaty. It's a little hot today, plus this little rubber piece sits under your nose. But the nice thing is that when this is inside your nose, you don't necessarily have to take that inhale because the hydrogen gas is going just right into your nose. Now, well, the other nice thing is too is you can actually take this off, and it's really easy to take off, and I clean it every time after I use it just because it probably gets a little dirty, but it's still easy to use. It seems a little more complicated than the old one, but getting something like 120 milliliters of hydrogen gas per every minute, that's like 3,600 milliliters in a 30-minute session. So that's a lot. And I think that's actually a really, really good amount as long as it's being made safely, because hydrogen is really, really clean and really, really safe. So it gives you, I think, a really nice spike considering that your body at its peak health makes probably about 1,000 milliliters of hydrogen for the whole day. This is going to give you a really, really good spike when you use it throughout the day. Or you could also shorten up your sessions if you really wanted to. You can maybe just do like a 10-minute session. You don't have to do a full 30 minutes because you're getting so much hydrogen gas coming in through it. And one of the other things that I should touch on, because all the research that I was doing on a lot of different types of machines and the amount of hydrogen gas output that they put out, it's really, really confusing out there. And there's actually just a ton of misinformation out there that I've seen. And this is important because I've seen these really blown up big numbers, and those numbers a lot of times are what the machine generates. And that's not the number you actually want, because that's just going to look overinflated and really, really big. The other number that I've seen is what comes out of the machine itself, and you also don't want that. That's not what you really want to know. And those numbers, again, are typically calculated, so they're kind of a rough guesstimate. They're not an actual measurement, because to measure hydrogen gas is not easy and it's quite expensive. And then the last one that you really do want to know is what comes out right here at the tip of the cannula, right into your nose. That's the number you want. And so that's what they were roughly measuring in Japan in the study. And then here on this particular head piece or a piece of equipment, that's where they're measuring it at. They're measuring it right here at the tip of your nose. Granted, if you were to measure it, what's generated in the machine and what comes out of the machine, the number would be much, much bigger. But that's not, again, what you want. You want it to be measured right here. So I think that's important to know. It's something that I've learned throughout my research, and I hope that you guys found that information helpful. The other thing I guess I can share with you guys is the tubing. The tubing for the old one, for this old style headset, is about this much longer, is what I've noticed. So this new one's a little shorter, but actually it's not really a big deal because you have to kind of sit close to the piece of equipment anyway. And the truth is you don't actually want a long tubing. In fact, if you see long tubing, it's an immediate red flag because the hydrogen escapes through the tubing. And when I see a lot of companies using long tubing, for me, it just simply shows that they don't really know. They haven't really tested their equipment properly, because the Japanese have already figured out that you lose a lot of hydrogen through the tubing, especially if you have another gas in there. So if you have oxygen and hydrogen, it's even worse because oxygen's about 20 to 30% larger than hydrogen, and it'll actually push out the gas out of the tubing. So by the time it gets to your nose, you get even less. So it's really important to not, do that also. And it's important to know how much you're actually getting if you want the true benefits. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons they use this style of machine in actual medical clinics in Japan because of the numbers. They know exactly how they're getting it, and then all the devices are tested, and of course it's making it in a very safe and proper manner. All those things are really, really important when using hydrogen. It's really tricky when it comes to hydrogen, but you know, I wanted to get this style headset again for the numbers, and it does look kind of funny, but I don't think that matters. I think all you really want is the right amount of hydrogen. So I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you did, as usual, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and definitely don't forget to hit that notification button, because I do plan on bringing you guys a full review of the Premium Hydrofix that you guys wanted. But the thing is that I'm still learning a lot about it, and that's the reason I haven't made the video yet. And basically that's the reason I found out about the new hydrogen gas numbers, and I'm kind of updating you guys on that. But there's actually a lot of other things that are going on with this new piece of equipment that I'm learning as time goes by already. So I'll be making a full review for that for you guys soon too. And that's it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time on the next video.